Welcome back to Factual America. Today, I'm loosening my belt and preparing my appetite for a truly epic adventure. I tried America's largest food portions. From mile-high pancakes to burgers bigger than your head, we're traveling coast to coast to take on the most outrageous, over-the-top, and downright monstrous meals this country has to offer. Whether you're a foodie, a competitive eater, or just here for the jaw-dropping spectacle, smash that like button, subscribe, and join me as I bite off way more than I can chew. Ten, the Stackzilla Pancake Challenge, Portland, Oregon. We kick things off in Portland at the Pancake Palace, home of the Stackzilla, a towering stack of 25 fluffy pancakes, each the size of a dinner plate. Syrup rivers flow, whipped cream is piled high, and diners have just 30 minutes to finish the beast. I dig in, but after pancake number 10, I'm already feeling the carb crash. 9. The 96-ounce steak, Amarillo, Texas. Next, it's off to the Lone Star State for the famous 96-ounce steak challenge at the Big Texan Steak Ranch. That's 6 pounds of beef, plus sides. The steak arrives sizzling, and the aroma is mouth-watering. But halfway through, the meat sweats hit, and I realize why only a handful of challengers ever make it to the finish line. 8. The Mega Pizza, New York, New York. In the Big Apple, I tackle a 36-inch pizza at Tony's Giant Slice. The pie takes up the entire table, and the cheese pull is legendary. Teams of 4 can try to finish it in under an hour for a spot on the Wall of Fame. I invite some locals to join, but even with reinforcements, we're defeated by the endless sea of crust and pepperoni. 7. The Kitchen Sink Sundae, San Francisco, California. At San Francisco's legendary ice cream parlor, the Kitchen Sink Sundae is exactly what it sounds like. A literal sink filled with ice cream, brownies, cookies, whipped cream, and every topping imaginable. I give it my best shot, but by the time I hit the gummy bears at the bottom, I'm ready to tap out from a sugar overload. 6. The Monster Burrito, Los Angeles, California. In LA, I head to El Gordo's, where the Monster Burrito weighs in at a whopping 5 pounds. Stuffed with rice, beans, carnitas, and salsa, it's as long as my forearm. Each bite is delicious, but the sheer volume is overwhelming. Locals cheer me on as I try to conquer this tortilla titan. 5. The Titanic Milkshake, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago's Sweet Tooth Diner serves up the Titanic Milkshake, a 3-foot-tall glass filled with milkshake, ice cream bars, cookies, and entire slices of cake balanced on top. It's a sugar rush on steroids, and I can barely make a dent before the brain freeze sets in. 4. The Colossal Lobster Roll, Maine. In Maine, I visit a coastal shack famous for its lobster roll the size of a loaf of bread, packed with over 2 pounds of fresh lobster. Each bite is buttery, sweet, and decadent, but finishing it solo is a feat even the locals rarely attempt. 3. The Behemoth Burger, Las Vegas, Nevada. At Sin City's Burger Barn, the Behemoth Burger stands nearly a foot tall, stacked with multiple patties, cheese, bacon, onion rings, and all the fixings. It's a tower of delicious danger, and I need both hands and a strategy just to take the first bite. 2. The Giant Cinnamon Roll, Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City's Cinnamania Bakery serves a cinnamon roll the size of a steering wheel, over 3 pounds of gooey, frosted goodness. I try to tackle it with a fork and knife, but soon give up and just dig in with my hands. It's sticky, sweet, and utterly irresistible. 1. The Seafood Feast, New Orleans, Louisiana. Topping the list is a New Orleans seafood boil that covers the entire table. Mountains of crawfish, shrimp, crab legs, corn, and potatoes. It's a communal eating experience, messy and joyous, and the flavors are as big as the portions. Locals show me how to crack, peel, and savor every bite. But America's largest food portions are about more than just size. They're about community, celebration, and pushing the limits of what's possible. At every stop, I met people who make eating these giant meals a social event, cheering each other on, sharing bites, and swapping stories. At the Pancake Palace, families gathered around the Stackzilla, laughing as syrup dripped down the sides. In Amarillo, the steak challenge became a spectator sport, with strangers rooting for me and sharing tips for surviving the meat marathon. In New York, the Mega Pizza brought together a team of hungry locals, and even though we couldn't finish, we left with new friends and full stomachs. The kitchen sink Sunday in San Francisco turned into a party, with kids and adults alike grabbing spoons and diving in together. In Maine, the colossal lobster roll was a celebration of local seafood and coastal pride. Everywhere I went, I saw the joy these oversized dishes bring. Whether it's the thrill of a challenge, the comfort of sharing, or just the fun of seeing something truly outrageous. Sure, I hit my limits more than once, but I also learned that food this big is meant to be enjoyed together. It's a reminder that in America, sometimes bigger really is better, not just for the portion size, but for the memories made along the way. So, if you're ever near one of these legendary food spots, bring your appetite, your friends, and maybe a to-go box. And if you enjoyed this gut-busting adventure, smash that like button, subscribe for more wild food challenges, and let me know in the comments, which giant dish would you dare to try? This is Factual America, signing off with a full belly and a big smile. Until next time, happy eating.